Just want to give you a brief tour of the ship. This is deck 6, where you have guest services, shore excursions. This is also the atrium. They do a lot of trivia in this area. There's a Starbucks in the corner. There's the atrium bar as well. I think out of all the bars on the ship, the atrium bar has been my favorite because it's been the quickest. They do have art auctions like other ships do. Some of their pieces. And then walking through. I love the chandelier. The chandelier does change colors. Here is a restaurant called La Bistro. There is a charge for that. Headliners is the Comedy Club, again located on deck 6. They also have a teppanyaki restaurant located on deck 6. There is a fee for this as well.
Alright, you guys need one of the Manhattans? Yep, definitely. We're heading there now.
There's Tony from La Lila.
Alright, we'll see you in a few minutes. Yeah. You have my phone? So she says, hey, good morning, guys.
So once you walk to the back of deck 6, there are 2 restaurants, Taste and Savor. They are complimentary. Right in the middle, there's called Mix, which is a bar. Again, Taste and Savor is right across from each other. They usually have the same menu. They are open for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. But again, they have the same things on their menu.
That I'm not a vlogger, but you are beautiful.
Thank you. Have you been having a good time on this trip?
I have been having such a great time. It's my second time on the Breakaway.
Okay.
And it's even better now because I'm not with my husband.
Fair
with
enough.
My friend Lynn.
Okay.
Different. It's a different experience.
I understand. And everybody needs a little time to themselves, so I get it.
Absolutely. And
The
thank
traveling
you,
type.
because I wanna subscribe.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
I'm not gonna click on your chest to subscribe.
Yeah, that works for me. Thank you. I
Thank
appreciate
you.
that. Have a good trip.
You too.
Safe travels home.
Thanks.
Steps up to deck 7. Right at the top of deck 7 takes you into Players Club, which is the casino. So we're gonna make this quick and get out of here. But it's early in the morning, so there are not a lot of people in here, which is a good thing. And as we walk out of the casino again on deck 7, morning, it will take you into, they have restrooms all over the place, which is a good thing. But this is Oceans. It's a bar and grill type spot. This area does get packed. It's supposed to be 24/7, but we have experienced that it does close around maybe 3 a.m. Now that may not be your experience on other Norwegian ships, but on this one it definitely does close. But they have some games that you can play, and this is complimentary, which is good. They have bar foods, so we've had like wings and fries and things like that, and it's been pretty good. It's just kind of hard to get into. Again, more games. We were in here one night, they had a football game going. It was packed. They also have 2 bowling lanes. But yeah, a cool spot to kind of come hang out, have some drinks and food. This area also overlooks the atrium on the 6th floor. So let's see if I can get that. And on this big screen, they were displaying the football game. So it was nice because people from the 6th floor could watch it, but even those of us that were on the 7th floor at Oceans could also see it. Now this, I think, is also a part of Oceans, but you actually have to check in to eat at this part, versus the other side is first come, first serve. We are currently in the Manhattan room for an event. This is another complimentary dining room. The difference with the Manhattan between Taste and Savors, the Manhattan room actually has live music during dinner as well. And the Manhattan room opens at 5 o'clock. Versus Taste and Savor opens at 5:30. So if you have a 7:30 show and you want to make sure you're getting out in time, you might want to book, or you don't even have to book it, just walk up to the Manhattan room and get in line, and that way it gives you a half an hour more to kind of just take it easy with your dinner. You don't have to rush through it. But again, Taste and Savors opens at 5:30. The Manhattan room opens at 5. And the line for the Manhattan room, we got in line around 4:50, and the line was already down the hall. So just plan accordingly. But again, this is the Manhattan room. Here is another bar called Bar 21. It's right outside the casino before you hit the elevator bank. And Bar 21 has had some amazing shots. We came here a couple of times and we did a shot called the Woo Woo, and it was really good. Right next to Bar 21 is Bliss. Bliss is the nightclub. And we have hit Bliss up a couple of times. Sometimes the music has been on point and sometimes not so much, but I get that they have to please the entire crowd, so that's the reason for the switch up in the music. But this is Bliss nightclub. There's a dance floor. There's also plenty of seating in case you want to just come in and watch the crowd dance. They also have TVs in here which play sports and things like that. Bliss nightclub, and it's 18 and up after 11 p.m. and it empties out into the casino. Also on deck 7 is the Breakaway Theater. There are 2 entryways. There's one on the right and one on the left. You do have to line up early. Usually the shows are at 7:30 and 10:30. And People usually get in line early. The doors for a 7:30 show opens at 7 o'clock. You do need reservations, and if you have reservations, then you can get in first, and then when people do not show up, then your seat becomes open for others that are on a first come first serve basis. So if you have a reservation, then you're guaranteed a seat, but if you don't get here within a certain time, they will give your seat up. But this is the inside of the theater, and it is stadium seating, so there's not really a bad seat in the house. We have sat in the middle section on the end, but it's been a great view even with taller people sitting in front of me. So, yes.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So this is the theater. Again, when you get on board, the first thing you want to do, book your shows for each day. Book any dinner reservations that you might want, because these things fill up fast. And James and I prefer earlier seating for the shows, so we had to make sure we got reservations as soon as we got on board. So this portion of the store, they have alcohols, chocolates, toiletries that you may have forgotten. Now, one thing that I found interesting on Norwegian is they don't sell medications. James needed Benadryl, and he asked the employee about it, and the employee stated that they are not allowed to sell medication like other cruise lines. So also located on deck 8 is Cagney's Steakhouse. Cagney's is also included in the dining package, but they also have Moderno, and Moderno is like a Brazilian steakhouse, but they're both located on deck 8. And again, if you have the dining package, it is included, but you can also partake in it if you're not using the dining package. Morning. So again, Moderno, which is the Brazilian place, is on the left, and then Cagney's is on the right. And they are both on deck 8.
About the remainders of the
Good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. It is Saturday.
The last day, y'all.
Yep. Our last day on this cruise. Overall, we enjoyed it. This is our first time on Norwegian. Probably will not be the last. On Sunday was embarkation day. We went to Oceans for lunch. Then we went to the sailaway party. Sailaway party was fine. Lots of people up, dancing, having a good time. Monday was a sea day. We spent that day just relaxing by the pool. Tuesday was our day in Costa Maya. We got off, walked around the port area, had some lunch, talking to some people that we met on this cruise.
And some drinks, don't forget.
Yes, and some drinks. And then we got back on the ship. There were lots of excursions for Costa Maya, but we just decided to take it easy this trip. So we didn't do any excursions for the most part. Now, if you're just wanting to get off and shop, have some lunch maybe, there's a pool area, there's a beach area for free. You can enjoy those amenities in Costa Maya. The next day, we were supposed to be in Belize. However, the winds were too high, so we could not dock at Belize, so that turned into another day at sea. Again, we spent it by the pool, didn't do a whole lot. We did go to Ocean Blue
Yes.
for dinner that night.
That's the seafood restaurant.
Go ahead.
It's a delicious, the meal was very delicious, great ambiance, the staff, everybody was nice. So I have no complaints about that restaurant.
Yes, as James said, if you like seafood, I would say give Ocean Blue a try. It was very good, a variety of food items, and the portions were a nice size. So it wasn't just a little bit of food, it was a lot of food. So I would recommend that if you have the dining package for Norwegian, you can use that dining package at Ocean Blue. If not, then it is a la carte. We did repeat Ocean Blue one night and it was a la carte and it wasn't very expensive. So
Not at all.
again, if you like seafood, I'd recommend that. Wednesday, we went to Honduras and we didn't know what to expect. I unfortunately got my ports mixed up. I thought this was a port that had a beach that we could access right off of the port area. I was wrong. That is if you're sailing with Carnival, not with Norwegian. So I would recommend, if you're coming to Honduras on a Norwegian ship, make sure you have an excursion. The port area does have some shops, but it's not very big. They do have some vendors out there to take you on the different excursions if you want to do them on your own. But again, I would recommend an excursion for Honduras. The next day was Cozumel. At Cozumel, we joined the rest of the vloggers at Paradise Beach Club. That is very much like Mr. Sancho's. If you've been to Mr. Sancho's, they're about the same. The food was good. The drinks were good. The drinks were pretty strong in my opinion. Very nice pool. It is heated, so that was a nice touch. The staff was nice. The beach was nice. The beach also has an inflatable area that you can play in. I think it's $10 a person, so that is not included in your price.
They also have massages available. It was like $30 for 20 minutes and $45 for 30 minutes.
Yes, and it was $122 total for 2 people.
24.
Okay,
Yeah.
so 124. We'll just round it up and say $125 for 2 people. But again, it's all inclusive, drinks, lots of food. They had tacos, fajitas, chips and salsa, guacamole, coconut shrimp,
And the
pizzas.
one good thing I will say, they give you small portions so you can constantly try everything on the menu. So we were constantly trying various items, and once we got an item that we really liked, we ordered multiple of those.
And I'm a very picky eater, so the fact that I liked everything that I ordered says a lot in my opinion. We took a taxi from the port to Paradise Beach Club. Going, it was 4 of us. The total for the taxi was $16. Coming back, there were 10 of us,
Yes.
maybe 9 or 10 of us, and it was $5 per person. So even the transportation to get to Paradise Beach was not bad at all. And then today is Saturday. It's our last day. It was a sea day. There are a lot of vloggers on this trip, so we attended some of the vlogger activities, and then we sat out by the pool. It's very windy. We're headed back to New Orleans, and it's very windy, so most people had on jeans and stuff, although they still had plenty of poolside activities going. They did the Miss Norwegian contest today, and then they still had music going, live music as well as a DJ. So overall, it's been a good trip. I'm not a big fan of the food so much on Norwegian. The specialty restaurants that you have to pay for have been worth the extra money. Now in the dining rooms, the Manhattan room, we had an appetizer and left. Taste and savor has been okay, but nothing to write home about. So, and that might just be this ship. I don't know, but
Cagney's was also good.
yes, the steakhouse was good. We did go there one night. It was good. There's a noodles place on here that is complimentary. The appetizers were good, but the entrees, meh, not so great in our opinion. The rice was kind of soft and mushy. I didn't understand that.
And
but
I'm a rice lover, so yeah, it just wasn't doing it for me.
yeah, we hit the club a couple of nights. That was hit or miss. One night it was on point and the crowd was on the dance floor. It was nice. The next night there was probably 4 people on the dance floor. Now, I felt like the next night they kind of catered to the older crowd. So not many of us, not that we're young, but not many of us were on the dance floor. Like I said, it was about 4 people. At one point there were only 2. So around 11:30, a lot of us rolled out. So again, Bliss can be fun depending on what the DJ does. You know, the DJ plays a role in the crowd, but we had a good time there. The shows were good in my opinion. We saw 6 and Burn the Floor. Both of them are high energy. I would say Burn the Floor was my favorite, but they were both good. Get in line early. Even though you have reservations for these shows, I would still suggest you get in line early if you want to find a decent seat. Although, I don't think there's a bad seat in that theater, only because it's stadium seating, so most likely you'll still be able to see the stage. When you get on board these ships, please, please, please make all your reservations if you do not do them before boarding the ship, because things do get booked up fast. So the shows, dining reservations, do those as soon as you get on the trip, or as soon as you get on the ship.
And there's usually a location for the shows. It was at the theater. You'd have to just get in line, mark what show that you wanted to see, what time, the 7:30 or the 10 o'clock show. Same with the dining. You would go to a certain location and sign up for which dining location that you would like to go to, which specialty restaurant.
So again, some of those things can be booked before you even board the ship.
Correct.
But if you forget or you're not very tech savvy, then just as soon as you get on the ship, take care of those reservations. They also have a kiosk that you can book reservations as well. They're kind of hard to find, but you can use those as well.
I will say multiple travelers definitely divide and conquer. One go and do the specialty dining, and the other one goes and do the theater shows. So.
Yes. We've had to go to guest services a couple of times. The staff at guest services
Amazing.
have been amazing.
Yes.
The lines get pretty long, so pack your patience for the lines for guest services, but they've been great. The staff on Norwegian has been great as well. So again, overall, a decent trip for us. We relaxed more than we usually do, but it's been a great trip. We've met some great vloggers, and even I complained earlier in this vlog about our tiny cabin. Once we got in and got a groove of how to maneuver in this cabin, it was fun. Would I do an interior again?
No.
Probably
No.
not.
No.
However,
No.
we're on vacation, so we made the best of it, but I don't know how families do this. And James and I traveled with our kids, and we did interiors with them, and I don't know how we did it. But again, it was the vacation. We made the best of it. Norwegian will definitely see us again.
So that's all we have for now. And we'll talk to you guys later.
Thanks for watching. Bye.
Bye.